Have you ever wondered why the Pixar theory even happened? If you don't know what the Pixar theory is, basically this idea that all of the Pixar movies are intrinsically connected through some long timeline, going all the way back from The Good Dinosaur, all the way to the future, WALL-E, Cars, etc. I just want to explain to you why I even think the Pixar theory came to be. Traditionally speaking, when you're animating on paper, you were hand drawing every single detail, every single person, every single action, every single prop. Somebody was drawing the background, somebody was drawing the effects, somebody was drawing the character. So many different people were going into so many different drawings to make the final product of the movie. That's not to say that in 3D animation there aren't still tons of people working on it, because there absolutely are, and those animators are incredibly talented. But there is one key difference with 3D animation and 2D animation that I think spawned the entirety of the Pixar theory, and that is the models themselves. From what I've gathered, the Pixar theory has kind of spawned as a reaction to little Easter eggs in the early Pixar movies. Seeing Nemo in Monsters, Inc., or the Jessie doll, or the Pizza Planet truck showing up in multiple different instances, or the famous Luxo ball, which tends to show up in every single Pixar movie. The reason for this is simple. When you make a 3D model, you have a 3D model. Unlike traditional animation, where you have to redraw everything step by step, 3D doesn't do this. If you've made the Luxo ball, now you have a Luxo ball. Even if your rendering capabilities change, which we can obviously see between Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 4, it doesn't matter, because you can still use those models and render them again. Imagine you're Pixar. You're a pretty new company, and you're amassing these assets. Why not put the Jessie doll in Boo's room? Why not put the Pizza Planet truck in multiple different films? And you might be saying, well, Isabel, when I'm watching Brave and the Pizza Planet truck shows up in the witch's cabin, it doesn't look like the same Pizza Planet truck I see all the time. I mean, it's made of wood. And to that I raise you texturing. Literally all you have to do is go in there, take your model, slap a wood texture on there, boom, there you go. Now you have a little wooden Pizza Planet truck. As time has gone on, I think it's become less about reusing assets and more about just the fun of it, because obviously people have a lot of fun connecting these movies together. I'm not saying in any way here that they're being lazy. I'm just saying this is what happens. If you've already made, let's say, 50 background characters, why would you make completely different new ones when you could just slap those characters in the background again? This is why you'll see Riley showing up at the aquarium. They already have the Riley model. Fans of the work will see it and be like, hey, that's cool. I know that character. And this isn't just a Pixar thing. Why do you think Rapunzel shows up in Frozen? They already had the character model for her. Sure, that spawned a bunch of theories. Are they related? Why were they there? But I don't think that was ever the animator's goal. While it's fun for us as consumers, generally speaking, when you're working on a story, you're not thinking of how they all connect to all of your previous works. You're thinking of that story, where you want it to go, what you want it to say. Adding past Easter eggs is just honestly a bonus. The Pixar theory is really fun to think about, and it's really fun to piece together. But at the end of the day, it probably really wasn't their intention at all. And it's just kind of a happy side effect. Bye!